Hi, my name's Leon.
No, please, you do the intro this time. Go on. I think you should try it.
I don't know how. Bro, I've never done an intro a day in my life.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Loungin Around Podcast, the show where two best friends talk about nerd stuff. My name's Leon.
My name's Kai.
Welcome back. So, the plan for today is basically the same as our first episode, where we talked about our favourite 9 movies of all time. But today, we're doing our favourite 9 video games of all time.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to do the same sort of thing, talk each person one at a time about them, but we haven't guessed each other's because Kai don't really play video games, and I play video games that Kai's never heard of.
Yeah, 100%. I can guess one of yours.
Go.
Because it's up there.
Most of them are up there.
But I don't know how to pronounce it.
Nice.
It's not Neo, is it?
Close.
Nero.
No.
No.
Do you want to start with your 3? Your first three?
We're doing 3.
Or are we doing all 9 and then talking about them?
Do
3 at a time.
3 at a time.
Make them wait.
Right, well, am I doing it? I'm going first.
Yeah, you do your first.
Cool. Am I doing it in the order of, like, these are my top 3? Or should I do my worst 3 first?
I didn't put mine in an order, so...
Mine are somewhat in an order, so I'll do that.
Okay, you do that.
I'm going to do my worst.
Your
3.
worst, best, top 9.
Yeah, exactly. And that's because they're basically just honourable mentions, because as Leon said, don't really play video games like that.
That's fair.
Or if I play video games, I play series. Like, I play, like, all of the Sonics.
Yeah.
So, Mario Sunshine.
Yep.
Banger of a game. Can't talk about him very much, though. I'll be completely honest. But it is a banger of a game, and I loved it. I like the music in it. I feel like a lot of games, I like them because of the music and the colours.
Yeah, game music. There is a game on my list that's basically the music.
And it just hits different.
Yeah.
Like, I'm playing Sonic Adventures right now. The music in it goes hard. The game itself, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. And then, number 8, any Lego game.
Okay.
And I can talk about Lego games. Simple. Because most of the time, they're just the movie in Lego form.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favourite Lego game?
That I've played.
Yeah.
Honestly, the DC Super Villains. Have you played it?
DC Super Villains.
Yeah.
Have not played
You
it.
played it?
No.
The format and the way this one works is actually 10 times better than some of the others because it's you play your own character for once, but you don't play as like you can obviously you can play Batman and Robin and stuff like that.
Okay.
But you actually make your own character, and he is the main character of the story.
Okay.
So you get to decide if he's a villain or a hero by the end of it. I just think it's kind of cool. And it was just before they started doing what they're doing with Star Wars, where it's like a different camera angle.
Yeah.
Which I gave a go and I didn't like it. Have you tried it?
I haven't played it, but I thought it did look really good.
It looks good.
Check it out.
It looks really good. But it really throws you off because you're not used to Lego games playing like that.
Okay.
And you're like, it's kind of weird. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the DC. I just enjoyed the DC ones the most.
Yeah.
Because I actually will 100% them.
Yep.
Whereas like Indiana Jones, I enjoyed. But once I've completed the missions, I kind of don't care anymore.
Yep. I bet you can't guess what my favourite is.
Lord of the Rings? Harry Potter?
Oh no, it's Lord of the Rings straight up.
Harry
But
Potter?
I do also really like DC Superheroes 2. Oh, Lego Batman 2.
Lego Batman 2.
Yeah.
Which one is that? No, that's the one in Gotham.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the best one.
I just think it has such a good roster of characters as well. I love that one.
And they keep it... It's even though there's a lot of DC characters in it, it is still very Batman focused.
Yeah.
Whereas Batman 3 is like... It's basically Lego Justice League.
Yeah, that's the one in space, isn't it? I haven't played that.
And different multiverses. It's
Damn.
every.
It's got everything.
It's like
there.
whatever they were doing in the comics at that time. They were like put it in the game.
Theirs.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, no. What's another Lego game that I liked? There's got to be one. You know Lego Star Wars 3?
Yeah.
Where you do like the battles. It would be like loads and loads of enemies on the screen at once.
Yeah.
And you'd like go into like a battle. That was pretty sick.
Do you know what I hate about Lego games? Any ship game, any ship mission.
Oh, like
where you're
flying
in space.
around. Yeah.
I hate them. Awful. And I thought it was just Lego games. Played Sonic Adventure the other day. I just don't like those sort of missions. Full stop. The mechanics are always broken.
There is that Yeah, no, we'll talk about that in a bit. I'm pretty sure there's a mechanic in one of your other games on here.
That has that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I probably don't like it in that either. And then finally, Scribblenauts. Because I just feel like it's not even a good game, but it's perfect for me because you can just make anything.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoy doing in games. Like, it's the reason I like Lego games. I just like sitting there making avatars.
Yeah, so I was going to say, when you said about the creating the character on DC Supervillains, that doesn't surprise me because you just sit there making characters on shit all the time.
Yeah. What was it? What was the game that you got? And I just made Beast Boy but never actually played the game. Elden Ring?
Elden Ring, yeah.
Do you remember when I sat there and made Beast Boy? Took me about an hour to make Beast Boy. He was like, "You're going to play the game now?" Nah, no intention to do that. It's not my type of game.
And there was another game, I think it must have been a Lego game, where you just kept... Was it a Lego game? You were just making DC characters.
I think it was super villains. Because I made Peacemaker and I made Vigilante.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. Fairs.
Just enjoy it. Yeah. The longer we go through my list, you're going to realise these are all pretty kiddie games. Keeps my attention span for as long as possible.
So what about Scribblenauts? Which Scribblenauts?
The unmasked one.
Yeah.
The DC one. But I enjoyed the pocket version, the phone version. I enjoyed just the normal one. I think the story is just interesting anyway. But just the fact that, like, because they remind me of those 80s games where, like, you've got to pick a path.
Yeah.
But it's more like you have to pick any way you want to solve a situation. It'll be like, I don't know, you've played one before, I take it.
One of those types of games. Yeah.
Or like you play Scribblenauts.
It's like Choose Your Own Adventure. I don't think I've ever played Scribblenauts.
No.
But I've played, do you remember Drawn to Life?
Yeah.
Which is basically the same. Yeah, but you draw it rather than write a word.
Yeah, you write it. But like, the missions are like just somebody asking you for something. So it'll be like, I can't reach that on the top shelf. And obviously you can be boring and go, ladder. Yeah. But you can also be like, dinosaur. And I just get a dinosaur and I just put him on top of the dinosaur. I'm like, you can reach it now. And I just find that funny. Don't know why.
Nah, to be fair, it does sound fun. And like they should make one where it is, you can literally do anything. And with like AI now, I reckon they could make a Scribblenauts game where anyone could write anything in and it could make it. Yeah,
well, it's like, it's pretty much there, apart from like certain things. Like, you can't ask for a race of human.
Okay.
You can put man, you can't put black man.
Okay.
It will come up with a man shaded in black. And you're like, oh, that's not what I asked for, though, is it? I asked for an African American.
You can't be asking for like
give me black man.
1940s German tank.
I wish you could. But they just need to make it so you can do anything. But you can do like all mythical stuff. You can do like griffins, you can do dragons, you can do... Just think of like something really random in mythical lore and you can do it.
It's pretty sick.
I
like the idea of it.
But it's not like...
pretty sick.
I can sit here and say that I don't think it's the best game in the world. And if somebody was like, argue with me why it's better than my game, I'd be like, no. No, I enjoy it.
This is the best game ever created.
Go on, do you want to take the list?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I should remember these, but I'll do the same as you did and go backwards. So, although it's hard to pick, you know. Alright, so I'm going to do my cheat ones first.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I had Call of Duty Zombies.
Still a banger though.
Now, this is not a particular game's zombies, but the whole thing. I'll cutting off at like Black Ops 4 because that's when I stopped playing it.
Yeah.
But
Black Ops 1's probably the best one though.
Nah.
You don't think?
So Black Ops 3 is my favourite zombies experience for all the maps because there's...
Is that the bunker? Is that the bunker?
At the start, yeah. But there's like loads... Obviously there's like 8 maps. 8 zombies maps.
Yeah.
So the reason that I liked this so much was back when Black Ops 3 first came out, me and one of my friends from school played... We did the Easter eggs, which is basically when a map comes out, there is like a quest that you do.
Oh yeah.
And like it's not clear what the steps are, so like the whole community has to work out how to do this quest, and at the end you get a cutscene and it like tells you the story of zombies basically. But when Black Ops 3 came out, every time a new map came out, we were doing first in the world races.
Okay.
So everyone's streaming it, everyone's playing it, and they're racing to who can beat the Easter egg first. And we would do that every single time. And I'd be up till like 3, 4 in the morning playing Black Ops 3, trying to do these Easter eggs. And one of my favourite video game memories ever was we were on a map called Gorod Krovi, which is the second to last map on Black Ops 3. And we were doing the Easter egg race, and we were on the boss fight at the end of the race at the same time as the world first people.
Damn.
And the world first people beat it, and we died. But we were so close.
Damn, that's insane.
And it would have been so sick.
Imagine if you did it.
It would have been so litty.
I forgot that there was a dragon one, wasn't there? There was one set in like a medieval.
That's
for zombies.
So there's one in a castle with the dragons.
Yeah.
But that doesn't.
Like,
does it have a dragon in it?
Yeah.
I'm sure it does.
One of them definitely has a dragon in it because it attacks you at some point.
So Gorod Krovi has a dragon in it that flies over.
Yeah.
And then the Eisendracher, which is the one in the castle. I can't remember if it actually has a dragon.
Or if it's just in the background.
Off memory. But it has that's my favourite map.
Yeah.
And that's the one where you build like the bows. The elemental bows. Yeah. That map is masterclass of zombies like map making.
I forgot that zombies got like that. So to be fair, I take back my earlier statement of Zombies 1 was the best one. So it wasn't.
I don't
it's nostalgic.
Know. It's just it ain't there. Black Ops 2 had good maps. Black Ops 3, Eisendracher and Gorod Krovi are my favourite maps. So that one is just.
Did Black Ops 1 even have maps, or did it just have Black Ops Zombies?
No, it did. Zombies. It did have maps.
It had maps. Yeah. The only map I remember is in the town square thing.
That's Black Ops 2.
Is it?
Yep. That's town. Black Ops 2.
What's one?
Black Ops 1 had. What did it have when it started? Kino Toten in the theatre.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have to do all the boards and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, you've got to do that in most of them, but I just remember.
And then it had a load of other stuff as well.
Like a mansion. Or was that two as well?
I don't know.
I don't really play them that much.
Yeah. I played Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3.
A lot.
Yeah. Those were sick. And then the next one on my list, which is kind of similar reasoning, and also the person I played zombies with, I also played this with, was Destiny.
Yep.
Destiny took up such a massive portion of my life while I was at school.
I remember you playing it.
I've said Destiny, but I mean Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 up to when I stopped playing it.
Yeah.
Destiny 1 was just sick. Like, it was something completely new. When it first came out, people didn't love it. I played it when it first came out, finished the story, and then I was a bit like, this is fine. But then when the DLC started coming out, I started getting back into it, and that shit was so good.
You fucked it up.
Like, doing the way you could play it, and the way you could play with people, and like the raids. So there were things called raids, which are like end game missions, but your gameplay has to be like perfect. So you're put into like scenarios, and there'll be like puzzles and like a boss fight, and you have to work as a team of 6 people, and everyone has to do their role like perfectly for it to go right. And it's just so much fun, like getting people to come together and like do it really well. The raids on Destiny 1 were sick. I absolutely loved it. And then when Destiny 2 came out, I started doing I started doing account recoveries. So I would list on eBay a mission, because if you don't know about Destiny, you have to log in every day and do your daily missions, or do your weekly mission called a Nightfall every week. Otherwise, you're going to fall behind. People ain't got time for that. So they pay people to do it. So I was on with my friend playing Destiny on other people's accounts, and our accounts were maxed. So we'd come on like, I think it was Tuesday. Every Tuesday was the reset. We'd do our stuff. Then we'd spend all night logging into other people's accounts and making money. But we must have made like over $2,000.
It's insane.
Just playing on other people's accounts.
Insane.
My time on Destiny is like, the amount of time I've played is absolutely ridiculous on my account. But you got to bear in mind that for probably 4 or 5 months, I was playing 3 times as much on other people's accounts.
That's insane.
It was get home from school,
Bang yours out.
do our dailies in an hour, and then spend 5 hours doing other people's stuff.
That's insane.
Crazy. And then
that sort of time.
the DLCs come out for that, and those were all really sick. And then when I started working, like after finishing school, it just takes too long.
Yeah, it's too much.
It's too much.
You have to start paying people to do it.
Yeah, no, fully. I realised it had become like a level of like addiction, and like I don't have time to be. You have to be committed to Destiny, which sucks. They've just released a new DLC last week or last couple of days, and it looks so good. And I'm like, oh, I should play. And then a YouTuber I used to watch uploaded a video like, you should get back into Destiny for this. And I was like, no, don't do it.
It's not gonna end well. Because you're just gonna want to play it every single day.
I don't have time anymore.
No.
Like, I don't even play Fortnite that much anymore.
No. I don't. I honestly can't remember the last time I logged onto Fortnite. I just don't have time for it.
It's just Fortnite's alright because you can just do an hour once a week.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I do one game and I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, but
especially if nobody else is on. I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Obviously not if I die like 49th. I'm getting back in.
Yeah.
I have to prove
that
that
I'm
better
one
than
good
that.
go.
Yeah, if I have one good go and I come second, third, I'm like, that's me for a week.
That's fair. The thing with Destiny is just ridiculous. And if I got into it now, sometimes they do things where like it's easy to catch up if you haven't played for ages because they'll give you loads of stuff for free. Yeah. But if there's not, I'm so far behind that I just don't think
you'd be able to catch up. It'd be kind of pointless.
And also, something scummy that Destiny does, which is, if you want to get into it, just be aware of, is that you will buy a DLC and in 2 years' time, you can't even play it anymore. They remove it from the game.
What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why?
It's just the way that, because the game is so big.
Yeah, they need to delete stuff to physically make it bigger
to be able to hold the server capacity.
That is crazy though.
You're literally renting something.
Yeah, but you are paying full price for it.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. If it was like a subscription service or like a battle pass, it would make more sense. Yeah. But it's literally like 30 quid for an expansion, it just disappears.
That's kind of crazy. You got no evidence that you pay for that as well.
No, mad. And then the last one for this first 3, I'm going to say, is Crash Twinsanity.
Banger.
This is the only game on here that's like childhood nostalgia. Because Destiny and Zombies is like teenager nostalgia. Yeah. This is like childhood nostalgia. It was one of the first games I ever played. Mm-hmm. Had it on my PS2. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about it before we started recording, but I've never finished it. Yeah. Which I need to now. Now I'm like sitting here like I need to finish. I need to actually finish it again. Yeah.
So it is a banger.
So good, and it's just fun. Like
it's so fun.
I don't know what their like design strategy was for Crash Twinsanity because they took normal Crash Bandicoot, which is like levels, and
made it somewhat open world.
They made it. Yeah, like kind of open world, but like it was a linear, streamlined experience. Like you played this part and then this part and then this part,
like,
and it was just fun.
Yeah, instead of like Wrath of Cortex, where like every time you finish a mission, you zip back to like the main hub.
Yeah,
and then you jump onto a different jump pad for the next mission. Yeah, it was more like each mission ended, had a cutscene, and then the next mission followed.
Yeah,
through.
it was more like games that I play now, like God of War and stuff like
Connected
that. It just
story.
kind of went through.
Yeah.
And I liked the way it was interconnected. Like the world was like you'd go from one place and then you jump on Cortex and ride him down the mountain to the next place.
Like you'd start a fight over a Kyber crystal?
Yeah, something like that.
Kyber crystal.
Power crystal something. The purple ones.
I thought they were green.
No,
they are purple.
Yeah.
They are purple.
You'd grab it and then you do the one where they're in the ball in the mines and they're like fighting in a ball. It's just it seems like they took Crash Bandicoot and they went, let's just make this as stupidly fun as possible, but also really difficult.
Is it the first time we got to play as Cortex?
Yeah, I think so.
And
the other characters.
Nina.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just Crash,
Is it
Cortex,
just
and Nina in this one. In other ones, you got to play as Coco.
Yeah.
And Crunk?
Crunch,
something like that. He's like a clone, isn't he?
Yeah.
The Crash is one of the Crashes on my list, so I won't talk about that one. But I've just always loved Crash. Everything about it.
It's so good.
It's so good. Especially, was it Clash of the Titans that first gave us our first view on how Crash actually came to be?
I can't remember the story of that.
But
That's the one with the masks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where you could take over
with
the big
Ooga Booga
monsters. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooga Booga. No, but it's at the beginning, just before the game starts, there's one of those shadow puppets.
Oh, shit.
Has it stopped? Has it stopped?
No. Adam's calling me, that's why.
Oh, okay. At the beginning, when the game starts, there's a shadow puppet intro. Yeah. And it's got a little, I take it, Bandicoot, who doesn't look anything like Crash. And Cortex finds him and has one of his inventions, a little gun. And he turns it up to full animation mode or something, and he creates Crash.
Right.
And I don't know if that's just canon for that game, because that game is kind of not really in the main canon, I don't think, is it?
No. Now you've said it, it does ring a bell, to be fair.
And I think that's kind of cool. I think games like that, of that era, like Mario, Crash, Sonic,
Spyro,
Ratchet, Rayman, they tend not to give too much origin, but I think people do like it, and I don't know why they don't. They should.
Yeah.
But it's not needed.
I find it interesting that those games have disappeared.
Yeah.
Maybe we do still get them, but it's so
less heard about.
It's so rare now.
Unless you're in the know.
We've gone into full. I know adult games existed then as well.
Yeah.
But we've gone into full blown adult experiences, and there was a point where you had Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, and Sly Cooper, all on the same system.
Yeah.
All running Where have all those mascots gone?
They were all Sony, weren't they? Well, majority. Ratchet and Clank. Ratchet. It's crazy that Sony had Crash, Ratchet and Clank, and Sly. I feel like Sly was a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah.
And
fumbled
fumbled that bag hard.
Yeah.
They fumbled that.
Wait, they had Spyro too.
Yeah, I think they had Spyro too.
They had everything on PS1, and then they started selling it.
Yeah. Crash, they kept for so long, and then they fumbled it by not making a Crash game, and when they brought it back, they were like, we might as well make it.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That was a massive fumble from them. But the Crash games, amazing. Sly games are amazing.
I love Sly.
I think all of those have a certain level of nostalgia, but they actually are good games on top of that.
Yeah. No, it's good. The one thing with Crash to Insanity that I still remember as a kid is, those missions where you had to run away from something
and you're chasing
and
towards
it would be behind you.
Oh.
And the way Crash to Insanity works is because it's not level designed.
Yeah.
You run out of lives and you get put all the way back to the beginning of that area. Yeah. Oh my God.
It's jarring, honestly. But it's also designed in a way of those missions that you just explained is a trial and error mission. You cannot just wing that. You have to die at least twice to know what you need to jump over, what you need to dodge.
And some of them as well. That's probably my only gripe from when I was a kid. I'm sure it's fine now.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, my main problem was you would go, for example, the boat mission?
Yeah.
You had to do the whole boat.
Yeah.
And then you got chased by the walrus.
Yeah.
And then...
But you're chasing away from him. Towards us, towards the screen.
Yeah. And then to follow up, once you've done the walrus, there's a boss fight. And it's how are you lining up 3 difficult encounters before I hit a save point?
Yeah, no, it's funny though. And they're just good games, and I feel like they were the bane of my existence as a child.
No, fully.
Do you remember being a kid and cussing out your PlayStation?
Yeah.
Crash was making me do that on a daily basis.
This also, one thing I find absolutely crazy is how much patience I had as a kid, because I must have died hundreds of times. How was I still playing? But then it was the only game I had.
Yeah, but
so
now
no choice.
If I start playing Crash and I die 10 times in a row, that game's going in the bin.
Yeah.
No, goodbye.
You're the Andy meme. I don't want to play with you anymore.
They're all good, though.
That's good.
I've got on my list next. I think you've played this. I don't know if you played the original, though. I think you've played the newer one on PS4. Kingdom of Hearts?
I have dabbled.
You've dabbled.
I've never really played it.
Yeah. Oh, is this the game that you was also saying has janky spaceship mechanics?
It's got the gummy
Notoriously the worst game mechanics for a spaceship ever. And if anybody in the comments says otherwise, they're fucking lying. The gummy ship is honestly the worst thing I've ever experienced in my whole life. And it actually, I felt like I was getting a brain hemorrhage just playing the game. Oh my god. You've actually made me want to take it off my list. I forgot that part existed. And apparently it exists in all of them.
Yeah,
it's in like pretty much all of them, and it doesn't get better. Stop doing it.
I didn't think it was too bad in 3.
It's not. But I haven't played 3. Is 3 the one that's got like some of the newer Disney characters in it?
Yeah, it's got Frozen in it and stuff.
Like, I haven't played 3. Maybe I need to give it a go. But it's such a good game. I just think it's a fucking sick concept.
Honestly, it's one of those video games I have absolutely no idea how it was created.
I'm intrigued.
Like, who went Final Fantasy and Disney?
Mm.
What?
I don't get it, but it's a banger. Whoever did that idea was smart.
So, this is a game that still to this day I want to play. I want to sit down and play it. I have it on PS4, all 3 of them. So, not PS4, PS5. One day I can play them. But I also know that they're like 40 hours long.
Do you know they're also fucking still hard?
Yeah.
Because as much as like it's Disney to people that are aimed towards kids, I don't think they ever really were. I think they've always been young adults, sort of like, you need to know how to play a game in order to play these games.
Yeah.
Especially considering the other half of what it is Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
A game where kids aren't just playing that anymore.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I've smashed it.
Yeah, this is easy.
Yeah, completed it, day one. But it's such a good concept. I think all the original characters, like, have I forgot his name? Sora.
Yeah.
Like how they are, like, obviously, the way they dress is very anime Final Fantasy style.
Yeah.
But it's got hints of Disney in it.
Yeah.
I love that. I think it's so cool.
I don't know if it's in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. But in Kingdom Hearts 3, when they go to different places, their like outfits change.
Yeah.
So like, in Kingdom Hearts 3, there's a Toy Story world.
Yeah.
And when you're in the Toy Story world, like Sora and Donald and Goofy are like toys.
That's sick.
They're like kind of looking like Lego figures.
Oh, that's sick.
It's really sick. Yeah.
See, I want to play the new one. I was going to play it because it was free on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
I was going to play it, but I was like, so were the other ones. I was like, I need to just play the story. But it's also one of those games.
Story.
No
one understands the story.
I don't need to. 2, even if I play the first 2 games, I technically haven't played the story because there's multiple DS games, there's multiple iPad and iPhone games that are connected canonically, which is insane.
I've watched like a 4-hour long video series talking through the story, and I don't understand.
Don't understand.
Yeah.
I feel like the people speaking about it don't understand.
No,
it's
headcanon.
It's headcanon. They're like, in my head, this is what makes sense. And the guy comes out who wrote it, and he's like, no,
that's not right.
No, you're completely wrong. Huh?
But that's what the words say.
And I do think it just gives very Sonic vibes in the sense of like, whenever Sonic has humans in it, they're anime humans.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And obviously I think Sonic must have been out before Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
like 3D Sonic.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I played Kingdom Hearts, I was just like, it gives 3D Sonic vibes, and I love that.
Kingdom Hearts is... if I play it now, I probably won't enjoy it as much because I feel like a lot of it is like you had to play it when you were a kid. Yeah. But I do wanna play it. It's definitely on my list.
I think you still enjoy it. I think it's one of those games that you can't give it too much time. As in, like, you can't play it a little bit and then go, I'll come back to it in a week. You need to binge it, otherwise you're not going to be interested in it in a week's time. But it's cool. And what's even crazier is I've played that game so many times. I've never once played Final Fantasy. Not a single one of them.
Fair.
And I feel like I said to somebody once that like plays it and he also knows Kingdom Hearts. I was like, oh, maybe I'll give it a go. And he's like, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
And I was like, oh,
no.
Maybe I won't play it.
Well,
then.
It depends what you like about Kingdom Hearts, but Final Fantasy is not the same.
No.
Yeah, no. Fairs.
But I'll give it a go at some point. And then next on my list was the Injustice series.
Yep.
Not even for the gameplay, really. Like, don't get me wrong, I love playing as like one of the characters and getting like their special moves.
Yep.
But the story was just amazing. The fact that there was a tie-in comic because of how well it did, love that.
So the game did come first, right?
The game
not
came
based on a comic.
No, I think the game came first.
Yeah.
They did a comic, because that's why like you don't really see stuff like Damian Wayne killed Dick Grayson. It's all in the comic.
Yeah.
And then in the second game, the one thing I didn't understand is stuff happens in the first game, but then it doesn't seem to happen by the second game. So like, Damian Wayne's not in the first game, but he's in the second game.
Yeah.
But also, if you play as Nightwing in the first game, there's a skin that is Damian Wayne as Nightwing, because he goes on to take on the Nightwing mantle after he's killed him.
Yeah.
So it's like, where is this set in the universe? I don't understand.
I don't know.
And even though I'm this intrigued into it, I still don't really understand where it's set.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't know if it's set halfway through the first game, or it's set after, or it's a different universe completely. But
I don't know.
I love it. I love the second one because you can. My favourite thing of any games, you can design like basically everything they wear.
I see that on when it originally came out. It's got, you can pick their outfits and stuff and change all their outfits, can't you? Yeah.
It's just sick. I love the fact that they included the first one anyway, because it came out in like 2012. They had the Man of Steel suit in there, and they also had Arrow, which I just thought was cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like no one needs to hear me talk about a Street Fighter level sort of game. It's not like there's much to say.
But also, it's like, no shit that you like the DC game.
Yeah. I like it. But like, the thing is, I also like Mortal Kombat and I also like Street Fighter. But obviously there's a reason that I like the DC one more, because the story I actually like.
Yeah. So I aggressively hate fighting games.
Yeah.
I don't like them.
No.
But I will say I have played Injustice all the way through, the first one, and I did enjoy it.
The story's good.
I just don't like fighting games.
Neither. But like, I do and I don't. Like, I like them, but if I ain't playing the story, I'm not just going to sit there and play it.
Yeah, I don't get the appeal of fighting games.
No,
to be honest,
I'm doing it for the story. I heard that the Injustice story was good. I was like, well, I'll play it.
Yeah.
And then, like, people will be like, "Oh, you've got Injustice. Do you want to do like 1v1?" No,
not particularly.
No, not really.
Do you know what's crazy? Is Injustice is a game that I rented from Blockbuster.
No way.
Yeah.
Injustice is that old.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Do you know, I know I rented games from Blockbuster. The only one I can think of in my head is Over the Hedge.
Mad.
There was a game that Over the Hedge.
Mad.
And it was good. It was
I
really
rented
good.
Megamind.
Megamind, I remember that one. Kung Fu Panda.
No, I didn't rent that.
I don't know if it's just me, but I remember renting games from Blockbuster and it wasn't the full game. Or am I making that up completely?
No, I don't recall that. I know that I've only rented full games.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I've got this vague memory of getting to a certain point in Over the Hedge and it just wouldn't go any further.
It's probably just broken.
Maybe. But, like, I don't know why. I just got an image that, like, they had some sort of partnership with somebody. Like, you can,
they were
you
like
can rent,
demos.
You can rent demos.
Yeah.
You can't rent the whole game. But maybe that was just an early draft. I don't know.
I don't know.
And then
Blockbuster's crazy.
Blockbuster, the story behind Blockbuster, having the opportunity to buy Netflix and not.
Yeah, no, madness. And then, do you know what's crazier is now that I've just thought about Blockbuster. So I used to, at my dad's, there was a Blockbuster down the road. So I used to go down there, rent a game for the weekend, play it while I was at my dad's, and then take it back on Sunday. And then I've just remembered that I also used to rent games from Amazon.
Yeah.
From Love Film.
Yeah, Love Film.
And then I've remembered that Netflix used to also do renting games, but movies.
I don't know if I'm making this up completely. A Love Film, not Netflix.
No, Love Film is Amazon.
Amazon
was. Prime is Love Film.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh. They had the, what was that song that they used to always use in their adverts? It was Love Something.
I don't know.
But they had like a notorious song that they used to do in all their adverts.
I just can't believe that Netflix... I used to get Netflix in the post.
Yeah. You used to get it in the post and you used to have to send it back. And, again, long. Imagine.
Crazy.
Imagine back then, though, that was fast. That was like... That was the thing.
That was on demand
movies. People were like, this is sick. And then the fact that Blockbuster, were offered Netflix and they were like, the internet? No one uses that!
Now the biggest streaming service in the world.
And also, I'm pretty sure they made Blockbuster bankrupt in the space of like a year and a half.
Yeah, they as soon as streaming came out, Blockbuster got annihilated.
Yeah, and like you got to feel bad for them.
Low key,
Yeah, you got to feel bad for
I
them.
do miss Blockbuster.
There's one, isn't there? There's one in the world.
Is it in the whole world?
I think there's
one in America.
Yeah, and it's like also in like buttfuck nowhere.
Yeah.
Like people, it's not like a tourist attraction or anything. It's like somebody stumbled upon it.
They haven't got the memo.
No.
That they closed down.
They were like, yeah, you're bankrupt. They were like, huh?
They're like, wait, you're getting paid? I'm doing this for the shits and gigs.
Blockbuster was just a vibe. Like just
really was.
They should just bring it back just for nostalgia. Fuck the economy.
Do you know what low-key is? I know you can just get things online now, but I think there would be a certain charm to having Blockbuster.
Yeah, I do. I honestly do.
Going down to Blockbuster for like a date night, picking a movie, it would just have a certain charm to it.
Like, especially if they expanded on not just doing, like, obviously I know they do films, they do games, and I'm pretty sure they did sell sweets. But they should
food, yeah.
Yeah, but they should fully go for it. Like have freezers, have like date night food, like pizza, chicken, have like the full on wall of pick and mix selection, and still do like a decent. Don't think you're a cinema and you're getting away with charging that much money, but just make it a date night option and make that that's your whole shtick.
Whole vibe.
That is the thing. That's what people are doing.
Or even like have a back room with like a cinema, like a small cinema, and have like
evening screenings.
Movie nights.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Business idea.
Business idea. Should we just do it?
Bust a block.
Should we just
That's
do
what I call it.
Lounging around cinema.
Love that.
We just do it in this room.
Let's go.
Host like 6 people.
My house just becomes a Blockbuster.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Love that.
Right, and what would this be? The fourth one?
Fifth?
I mean,
you done three.
It's sixth. It's because I'm going backwards. I'm it's not the fourth one. It's the sixth one. Star Wars Fallen Order.
Yep.
Banger. I haven't played Jedi loads yet. It's Jedi Survivor.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't played it yet because, as much as I love Fallen Order, I ain't got the sort of money to just buy games when they come out
or
like that.
Or the sort of time
to
play them.
Nah, I ain't got that sort of time. But I will play it, and I will probably do exactly what I did with Fallen Order, which is why it's on my list. Bang it out in the space of a week.
And finish everything.
Yeah. And I think Fallen Order, like, people are going to be like, that is not the priorities a game should be taken. For me, it is. Customization is key.
Yeah.
If you want me to play a game, give me customization options, and I'm going to love it. The fact that you can pick literally every single part of your lightsaber.
That's sick.
Hard.
That is sick.
Hard. The only thing I didn't like about the game is what is this poncho behaviour?
Yeah, no, the customizable poncho.
I'm like, and it's ugly. It's just not. It's not a vibe at all. But Cal Kestis, probably one of my favourite Star Wars characters.
Yeah,
he's not. He needs to be in a.
He needs to
be in a film, TV show, anything, and he can because it's all canon, isn't it?
They wrote him into the universe, so yeah.
Yeah, they must have plans to do him with something, surely.
I think so.
But he's
good game.
Such a cool character. Sick game. All his supporting characters are good. I think the villain's pretty good.
Who is the villain?
The villain.
Oh, it's the Jedi Hunter group.
It's the Jedi Hunter. What is it? The something. What are they called?
I can't remember.
The Inquisitors.
That's it.
Inquisitors.
Yeah,
the Inquisitors. And she's original Inquisitor to the game, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, but she's sick. The fact that like when you get to the end you defeat her and then Darth Vader fucking comes out of nowhere.
That's correct.
And the whole point is to lose.
Yeah.
There's no way to win the fight.
I was going to say about the Darth Vader scene was one of the best plot twists.
Yeah.
But also one of the most like unnerving moments.
Yeah.
Because you're like, yay, I won. And then you're like, I'm going to die.
Because it's actually... it's so weird. I feel like the idea of Darth Vader and him in games and like TV shows is actually more threatening than him in movies. Him in the movies is actually very downplayed.
Yeah.
He's like way more powerful in other stuff.
Well, like him in original trilogy, I don't get the fear.
No, people are like
him in
top 10 villain of all time. No.
Him in Rogue One, where he does that corridor scene, he's wiping people out. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, and then maybe that's CGI over the years, making it easier to make a Jedi more, well, a Sith Lord more intimidating.
Yeah.
But that game is probably the most intimidating he's ever been.
Yeah, he just he's like destroying the whole area you're in.
And there's also a witch you fight, no?
Yeah.
They're like, isn't she actually technically like the main villain you fight? She's like the hardest fight you do.
No.
Because Darth Vader, you're meant to lose. It's not meant to be like, oh... Because when you do the Darth Vader fight, I don't think it says to you what it says at the end of every story when it's like, make sure you've done all your training so you can do this fight. You know what I'm talking about?
He doesn't come up with a health bar either, I don't think. Or maybe he does.
I think that witch is the mission where it's like, make sure you've done all your training so you can defeat this. So she's like the actual main fighter. But it's the combos and shit that you unlock in Jedi that is hard.
I like how it kind of took a rather than being like an action adventure game, it kind of took a little bit of like a From Software like hard game approach, where you had like the checkpoints and it was good.
The meditation points, sick.
It's a good game.
Yeah, the skills, there's just all the skills are sick. Like the fact that you can like eventually make the lightsaber a double lightsaber.
Yeah.
But then there are moves that like not only just he doesn't just go, oh now I've got two lightsabers. You do a certain combo and he like flips one of them out and then casually just grabs it out and stabs somebody. That's just a sick game.
That is a good game.
Like I would honestly, even though one of these is also on my list, it's got like it's very like Spider-Man. It's like Arkham Knight. Yeah. And I would honestly say I think the skills might be one of the best.
Yeah.
Out of all three of those.
No, I agree.
It's so good, but I think that it just hasn't. It's not. It is known about. Obviously, it's fucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I also feel like it's not that big.
I don't think it's as big as it deserves to be.
No, it's a banger. I want to play the second one. Yeah. I will. But now, your turn.
Did you do 3?
I did. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I did Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah,
and then Injustice. That. Yeah.
Alright. I've gone out of my order, so alright. This is a fairly easy pick. It's probably on a lot of people's top 10 lists. The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Very good game.
Yeah.
Very good game. It's a different to what was coming out at the time. It's much more like survivally and slow. I would die on the hill that The Last of Us has to be played on the hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
And my brother's playing it at the moment, and he's saying he doesn't like it because it is so hard and so punishing. And I'm like, yeah, but you got to think, if you were in this world,
that's what it'd be like.
You would die to one bullet.
Yeah.
And I just loved it like that. I loved playing it like that. I thought it was so good. The story is one of the best stories ever written in a video game. It is amazing. The characters are amazing. The acting in it is amazing. Yep. I loved it. Second one, I still really enjoyed the second one. Yeah. Really, really enjoyed it. But I know a lot of people have problems with it, and I won't say the problem because there's actually a lot of people who still haven't played it. But
I've never played. I've never completed the first one.
Oh,
I've never played the second
one.
I
won't spoil it. Yeah. But a bold choice, I have to say, and it didn't pan out for some people. I enjoyed it, but yeah, Last of Us fire game.
So the thing is, I enjoy it. It is just like I've always played it at the wrong time in my life.
Yeah,
I've finished God of War 1, and then you tried to get me to play it, and I was like, it's too slow.
You can't come off the back.
That's too slow.
That, yeah.
And then I played Jedi Fallen Order.
Too
and
slow.
Then I was like, oh, I'm really in the mood to just play another game that I know is good.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll give Last of Us another go. Too slow.
Yeah.
It's just too slow. Like, I need to not play it after playing another game. I need to, when I'm in that mood to get into a game, that's the game I need to pick.
Yeah.
Because I want to give it a fair chance. And I don't think I got very far into it at all. Does it do chapters?
Yeah.
I think I got to chapter 2 or 3.
Okay.
And I did really enjoy it. It just got to a point where I was like, I want something fast-paced.
Yeah. You can't come off the back of a fast-paced game and play Last of Us.
No.
It is slow. And that's the point.
Yeah.
Like, it's supposed to be like that.
Survival. Yeah, it's like...
To be fair, Last of Us 2 is slightly faster.
Yeah.
The best thing about Last of Us 2 is the gameplay is perfect.
Really?
Like, how they evolved from Last of Us 1 into 2, ridiculous step up.
I think the shooting in 1 pissed me off a little bit.
The shooting's still the same because it's that survival horror like shooting, but the gameplay of it's smoother in The Last of Us 2. So like the animations of like you'll be like crawling through something and you'll be like searching through the cupboards and you're like lifting up and grabbing stuff off the top, and cool. The way that you move just seems smoother. Good game. Very good series.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say just because I think it's slow that it's not a good game, because it is. I've heard the story too. Like, I know the story. It's interesting. Yeah. It's what makes me want to play it.
They made a TV show out of it, so it must be pretty good. Like,
it's Pedro Pascal.
Indeed. And then... it's hard to pick, because I kind of want to leave my top 3 till last.
See, that's why I did the order that I did, because the top 3... are like the ones I know I can talk about the most because I fuck with them heavy.
Yeah. I'm going to go with... Dishonored. Yeah. This is a game that I absolutely adore. I know. That not enough people talk about. No. It is one of the, like, mechanically the most fun games I've ever played. And I used to... You can, like, replay missions. Yeah. And I used to just sit there playing like the same mission over and over again until I knew all the placements, and I could basically just run around, do it, like speed run it. Like,
what is Dishonored?
Dishonored is it's a game set in like a steampunk world that's like ravished by plague, and you get these abilities where you can like slow down time or like teleport and stuff, and you're an assassin, and you can play it either like pacifist, so not killing anyone, or you can play it killing everyone, and you get different endings like depending on what you do. But the reason it's so good is because you have this like myriad of like abilities and weapons you can use, and just the way that they work together is so much fun. Like you can like take over like rats or like take over people, and you can walk people into a room and then like blow them up, and like it's
what
just
the hell?
It's so sick.
I don't think I've ever heard you explain this game, because it actually sounds
it's so good, and it's short as well. Like you can probably finish it in like 10 hours. It's short, but it's got all that replay value. Yeah. The studio that made it are just amazing.
I might have to give that a go.
It is fun. Dishonored 2 as well is really good. Yeah. I like the first one more, but Dishonored 2 has some of the coolest like maps ever in a video game. Yeah. There's like a clockwork sort of mansion, and it moves around while you're in there.
Oh, so it's like a labyrinth.
Yeah.
Within the map.
It's sick.
That's cool.
So good.
Am I right in thinking the main character of Dishonored is your YouTube avatar was at one point had his clothes on?
No, my YouTube avatar has... It is similar, to be fair. Very similar. My YouTube avatar has Bloodborne clothes on.
Oh, Bloodborne, yeah.
But it is very close.
Yeah, I thought so.
And then the last one for this 3 is probably one of the games I've spent the most time on in my entire life, which is Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Yep. This was the first game I had on my PlayStation 3. Yeah. I had 4 games. I had Lego Star Wars 3, Force Unleashed 2, and Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Yeah. And I very quickly finished the other 2. Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I played...
Long pace.
I must have done thousands of hours. Yeah. And absolutely loved it. It's open world.
Completely open world.
Completely open world. Yeah. Go wherever you want, whenever you want.
There's not really a story. Like, there is a story.
There's loads of stories.
Yeah, but like it's kind of hard to follow.
Yeah. You don't have to do the main story. To me, it was the first open world game I played. It's one of the best open world games ever made. The Bethesda have dropped off a cliff in recent years, but they were making bangers when Oblivion and Fallout 3 and Skyrim came out.
I was about to say, so Oblivion and Skyrim, they are 2 different games. Yeah. They're the same
set
franchise.
In the same universe.
Same universe.
Yeah. Cool. Well, set on the same world as well.
I don't think I played Oblivion. I think I played Skyrim.
Yeah. So Skyrim is the better game. Yeah. But Oblivion to me...
come out later.
Yeah. Oblivion to me is just so much fun. Best DLC ever created was in Oblivion. Absolutely amazing DLC. It's called the Shivering Isles, and you go to like a different realm. But the way they designed the realm is just sick. So good.
I've really enjoyed Skyrim. Yeah, those games are hard for me because I get lost.
Yeah, you can get lost very
I get
easily
lost.
in this
And
one.
I don't know if I play it now, because I think I played it when I was like 10.
Yeah.
So I probably just wasn't paying attention. If I played it now, I remember going onto the maps and being like, I can't even see where my main mission is.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even, like, usually it would be like, in an open world game, it would be like, this is all open world, you can travel anywhere, but this is where the next mission is for the main story. And I'm like, where is that then?
Sometimes they don't have that.
Yeah, I'm like, where is that? But I used to fuck with either having like, I think I used to have like one fire magic hand and then one short sword.
Yeah, that's Skyrim.
Yeah.
If you're dual wielding, yeah.
Or like, sometimes I want the broadsword, but you can't have like anything, can you? You just gotta have is the broadsword a longsword?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can only have that, can't you? You
Yeah,
can't
it's
have
two-handed.
powers and stuff at the same time. I think the weapons in that game are sick.
Yeah.
Obviously they're all basic weapons,
Yeah.
but they're just cool. Like the mechanics of everything.
The one thing about Oblivion and Skyrim is that the gameplay is kind of whack, like the combat. Like, because you are just swinging on like a thing that doesn't really fight you back. But it's not about that. Those games are about the world and about all the quests and stuff.
I just enjoyed going into people's taverns or like cabins or whatever and just robbing them.
Yeah.
After they were quite nice to me, actually.
Yeah.
They were like, "You look poor and hungry. Would you like some food?" Yeah, I'll take all your food. Actually,
one of my I said about Call of Duty Zombies was one of my favourite memories.
Yeah.
One of my worst gaming memories was I played Oblivion and my save file had 250 hours. I had finished every quest, everything. I had all my items. I was loving life.
I already know.
I started a new account and saved over the old save. And I just sat there crying because I just realised what I'd done. Because when you're playing Oblivion, because it doesn't... I don't think it auto-saves.
No.
So you'd have to manually save.
And it's your one save. You don't double save.
You do get multiple saves.
Oh.
But when you've played it for so long, you know how to so quickly save your game.
Yeah.
Because you're just used to it. So when I started my new game, I did the save, and it obviously is in the slot of my main game. And I was just like, no.
Wait, did you at least have like one before? Where
No,
it's like
gone.
Everything.
Everything.
Fucking hell.
So then I restarted it and did it all again. Which is why it's on this list.
But at least that's fun.
Imagine, exactly.
Like,
imagine
it
getting to
shows,
play it all again.
like, I know this is not a fair comparison at all, but you know how, like, in the Lego games, you have to do the story in order to go back and do the story in order to unlock anything?
Yeah.
The Lego games are not fun enough to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, unless my whole point is to get all the characters, once I finish that story, I'm not playing those missions again.
Yeah.
Because they're jarring.
Yeah.
The fact that you managed to complete a game and do how many hours?
It must have been 200, 300 hours.
And then go back and go, I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, I'm going to do it again.
Like, it's a good game. Fair enough. Right, number 3. Crash Bandicoot Tag Team Racing.
Yep.
Amazing. The fusion with the cars was sick. The racing part isn't even my favourite part. It's the fact that it was very open world. Like, so there was, like, race themes, wasn't there? So, like, one mission would be, like, ice themed.
Yeah.
And there would be a world based on that ice race. Yeah. And there'd also be, like, skins that you could unlock for Crash in that world.
Yeah.
I loved that. Especially on PSP. I don't even think I really played it very much on PlayStation. I think I had it on PSP.
It was on PS2 and PSP.
Yeah. And it was like, I think it was the first game I got on PSP. And I remember banging it out every single day. Anytime. My mum would, like, pick me up from school. And we'd get the bus home and I'd just be playing it. Because she would have brought it with us.
Yeah.
And there's a banger of a game.
See, I've got, like, vivid memories of this game.
Yeah.
But I can't remember
what it actually
loads
is about.
of it.
Yeah.
But I know, like, you had the world and I can, like, picture... The first world was, like, a castle, wasn't it?
The first world is... I think the first actual realm out of the open world is castle, yes.
Yeah.
But it's based in a theme park.
Yeah,
because someone's trying to basically trick you into unlocking all the crystals and stuff. And it's actually not Cortex. I think... Because unlike Sonic, which Eggman is the villain of every single game, Crash actually was very much like... Cortex was the villain for the first couple of games, and then he sort of created villains. Like
Engine
Crunch.
And Crunch.
Yeah. And like in this one, I think it was just aliens. Like straight up aliens were hosting... The races.
Well, he can't really be Cortex because he's one of the racers.
He's one of the racers, yeah. And he's also like He's actually not very smart, is he? He's also
No.
like very dumb.
I love Cortex as a villain because he is he's like a stroppy idiot.
And he's like, Crash is such an idiot because he can't speak, but he's also just as dumb.
Yeah.
And I feel like low key they are friends.
Yeah, no.
Like they pretend they hate each other, but low key they're
not
the
like
best of
mortal
chums.
enemies.
No, and that's why Crash doesn't have a best friend character because it's Cortex.
Yeah, because it's Cortex.
But
No,
yeah, I
it's
love that game.
It's a good game.
It's a banger. I would play
racing
that.
game.
I fully might have to buy that once I get the PS2 again.
They need to remake that.
They need to remake a lot of things. Like I don't understand. Like, but we'll get back into this when I get to my first pick. But like Sonic games, they keep going through this issue of people being like, "Oh, they're not as good as they used to be." Why are you making new Sonic games? Why don't
Maybe
you just
bang a couple remakes?
Why don't you
out?
just
Yeah.
take Adventure, which people love the story of, but the game's just not very good, and just don't remaster it, fucking do it.
Yeah.
Completely. I
Yeah.
don't think anyone would be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah.
I think they'd be like, "Yeah, fuck it, do it." That's what I want to see. I want to see a good version of Sonic Adventure.
Nah, fair. It's fair.
But yeah, your turn.
We're doing one, aren't we?
Do
I know
one,
these
one,
ones. I know these.
Oh, you know these
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
These up there. Go for
Alright,
it.
so number 3, and these are definitely in order.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Near Automata. Don't know how you pronounce it. That's the one that's up there.
Yeah.
This game. Oh my god. This is probably the fastest I've ever completed a long game.
Did you play it here for the first time?
No.
No,
No,
but
no.
you did play it here again, didn't you?
That's the remake.
Yeah.
The remake of the original. This is like the second game.
Yeah.
It's just this game is not just a video game to me. Like, this was such an unreal experience. The story is like amazing. It's like this deep, like philosophical look on like the world and like humanity and the music. I've literally got the vinyl up there that I paid 120 quid for.
Yeah.
The music in this game is, I think, my favourite music in any game ever.
Yeah, that's fair.
So good. There are songs that I still listen to this day, and like songs that get me emotional to this day. And like the whole thing, like the creator of the game is called Yoko Taro, and his like philosophy of how he makes games is so interesting to me, because he's made this game that's like the epitome of what a video game should be. It's got like good combat. It's got space ship mode.
No!
It's got top-down shooter mode. Like it has all this stuff, and it talks about like some of the stuff he put in the game is like nothing you've seen before in video games. You know, trophies on PlayStation, so you can buy the trophies from a shop at the end of the game.
What if you didn't manage to find them?
Yep.
With what? Actual money?
No, with in-game money.
That's kind of hard.
Yeah, and it's just like this like random thing, and like some of the missions talk about like not doing something just because the game's told you to, and like it's like a meta. It's meta. And the story is amazing. It has 5 canon endings.
Yeah.
And each time you do one, you have to replay the game, but there's slight differences. And then you get to the third one, which is a completely new run. And then the last ending is one of the most like powerful endings I've ever seen in a video game. It's so clever. You're never going to play it, are you?
No, I don't think I'm ever going to play it, but like I've watched you play it and I do think it's interesting. I just don't think it's my sort of game. But just quickly, is the main character a female?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robot.
Is this the game where if you try to perv on her, she kicks you away?
I think so.
Yeah.
But also in this game, if you blow yourself up, like there's a feature in one of the menus to self-destruct.
Yeah.
And if you blow yourself up, she loses her skirt and she's just in panties.
Oh, so it's probably not.
No.
There's one of these like anime-based games are like if you try and get the camera under her skirt, the character kicks the camera
I think
away.
it might be Lollipop Chainsaw.
I think it might be that too, because
Yeah.
it sounds familiar. And it's just like, I thought it was this one, but that just seems like one of the funniest mechanics to put in a game ever.
I don't know if in this game, if you try and look up her skirt, she pulls it down. I can't remember.
Like, does some little, like...
But it's a Japanese game. There's always this weird stuff in it.
But I mean, it's weird, but it's also kind of like, it's funny that they know well enough that their fan base is going to do it.
And if you're never going to play it, I will spoil the ending.
Definitely.
But we'll put a spoiler warning in, because if you're ever thinking about playing this game, do not listen to this spoiler.
It's a good spoiler.
So, the end of the game is... The game ends and you're faced with a credit, like a credit scene, like where the credits roll.
Yeah.
And the way the game is just weird anyway. But you become like a little ship at the bottom and you have to shoot the credits.
Oh, damn.
And in order to get the ending, you have the final ending, you have to beat the credits. So you're doing it and you're going over and going over and going over, and you just can't beat it. Like, it's not possible.
Yeah.
And then these other ships start appearing, these little ships, and they're helping you.
Yeah.
And at the end, you get through it, you do the whole thing, and then it goes, right at the end, it goes, do you want to corrupt your save file to help others? And basically, in order to see the ending of the game, all those ships that were helping you
are
other people that have deleted their save so that you can beat the ending.
That's insane.
Bro, even like now, it gives me like goosebumps. It
Did you
is
do it?
100%. There was no hesitation.
Oh, so if you do it, you delete your saved, you delete all the saved, obviously, but you help, and then you get to see the ending.
And you get to see the last cutscene, yeah. That shit is...
That's insane.
To me, like, just one of the most powerful, like... Because you've played a game for so many hours. You love this game, and you have to choose to get rid of it to help someone else.
Yeah.
And I just...
Yeah. And they've kind of made it so, like, obviously you could be a dick and be like, no, and just watch it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But, like, they've made it so hard that you kind of have to offer people help.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have completed it.
Yeah, that's the point.
But two, I feel like if you are dedicated to a game, watching the ending on YouTube still, it hits different when you unlock the ending.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen endings to games that I've wanted to play before, and it still doesn't hit the same as when I actually complete the game. And that little achievement thing comes up, like, final scene, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you actually watch it. It's just different.
This one was, I loved the idea. It was so clever.
That is cool.
So well done.
And
like, whether those ships are actually other players, like whether one day those ships will run out, I don't know. But
that'd be crazy if they did.
Just the whole idea behind, like, sacrifice yourself to help someone else is so...
Imagine, like, obviously, a game to sell only one copy is never going to happen, even if it's the world's worst game. It's going to sell at least 100, a couple hundred. But imagine they only sold, like, 10 copies.
Yeah, no one could beat it.
Yeah, no one could beat it because they could never get help from somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's just like...
I don't know mechanically whether the ships appear anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because logically, how does it make, like, someone beat it? Because if it's true, if everything they're saying is true, somebody beat it without help.
Well, mechanically, it probably isn't.
Yeah.
But you're supposed to think it is.
Yeah.
So that's like... You just do think it is. It's good.
But it actually deletes your save file.
It does actually delete your save file. Yeah.
Insane.
Gone.
It sounds cool though. It sounds very cool.
Idea.
I like that one bit though. Like, I don't think I could play the whole game just to get to that part. I'm like, I saw the thing.
Yeah. No. It's a long game. You got to play the game twice, and then a whole new playthrough, and then one more playthrough. So you got to play it 4 times.
I don't think there's any game that I've ever finished and played again apart from Ratchet and Clank Rift's Apart.
Yeah, because you had to for the trophies.
Yeah, I was like... And you can speedrun it because you get all your weapons that you've just unlocked. Yeah. Like, it literally took me a week to complete the game. It took me a day to re-complete the game.
Yeah.
But, I don't think I could do that with anything else.
So, I've played Nier. I've done all the playthroughs. The next game I'm going to talk about, I've done too many playthroughs.
Fucking hell.
Last of Us, I've done 5 playthroughs. Yeah. Oblivion, multiple playthroughs. Bioshock Infinite, which was on my honourable mentions, 5 playthroughs.
When I
like a game, I've played it through multiple times. Yeah.
When we get to, after we've both done our 2s, we'll do our honourable mentions, we'll do quick talks, and then we'll do our last 2 each. Do you want me to do mine?
Yeah, go.
So, I'm not going to pick one, because I feel like they are pretty much all the same game. The Arkham series, the Arkham trilogy, or the Arkham quadruplet. It's a tough one.
It is a trilogy. They class it as a trilogy because the Origins wasn't made by them.
No, but then it also is like it's Arkham Origins.
Yeah.
It's not Batman Origins. You know what I mean?
No,
it's Arkham Origins. And the thing is, I remember people not liking it. I've gone back, and apparently the fan base actually love Origins. Yeah. Apparently it's a very big game, but just the main 3: Asylum, City, and Knights.
Yeah.
Hard.
Yeah.
They just go hard.
Yeah.
Like, they were probably... And obviously, for me, it helped that they were Batman. But they were the first, like, serious game that I played as a kid.
That's fair.
Like, they were the first, like, game that you can't just... It's not Crash. You don't have lives. You don't have lives. Obviously, you die and you are whatevered.
Yeah.
But, like, it was the first game where I felt violated when I died because the villains laugh at you, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I remember I hadn't heard anything about it. I just see it. I saw Arkham City, in Game Station. You remember Game Station?
Yep.
Discounted. I was like, oh, what's this game? So I played it. Obviously, I think I was still like 12 or something. Yeah. So it was the first time I ever played something like that. And I died. And I had Joker's fucking ugly mug laughing at me like, Batsy, Batsy, Batsy. And I was like... what is going on? So, I was like, what? But that, again, it's just a fucking amazing part of the game. Just getting mugged off by them. I just love it.
But it's how they would do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's such a good game. I think the third one is the least best.
Yeah. So I haven't finished City or Night.
No.
But I have finished
Asylum.
See,
I think City's the best.
I that's another game that I want to play.
Yeah. I think it goes City, Asylum, Night.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I honestly think, maybe if you're not a comic book fan, or at least a Batman fan, it's not predictable. I think even when the trailer came out, I was like, that's Jason Todd.
Yeah.
It's very predictable.
I wish they had just made a new character.
So do I, but I also get the logic of being like, if we do that, people aren't interested. Like, people want it to be a character they know. But if you're going to do that, do a character that they know, but don't expect.
Yeah.
Do fucking... I know this is never going to happen. Do it's fucking Alfred the whole time. It's Alfred the whole time. Alfred's been... toxinated by Joker.
Yeah.
And he goes on to like, I'm not saying it's physically him in the suit, but he's the mastermind behind the Arkham Knight. Just do somebody that actually is unexpected. Don't give us the Red Hood, but with a different name.
Yeah.
Because that's what they did.
Exactly.
It's not like they even slightly changed Jason Todd's character. And the biggest giveaway is if you don't know the story, the biggest giveaway is like, I'm pretty sure 2 missions in, they do a flashback to Jason Todd's death. Yeah. It's like, why are you mentioning this?
Yeah, because there's only one reason.
Yeah, unless it's of relevance.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know who Jason Todd is, you can be like, well, this Robin that's about to die, I reckon it's him.
Yeah.
But City's so good. I love it. I just love everything about the Batman games. Like the suit, the fact that you get all the suits as well.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. I think most of the character designs are pretty good, apart from Bald Robin.
Yeah.
This is a pretty weird one. I feel Robin always gets fucking the rough end of it. Yeah. People are just like, I don't care enough about this character. I just don't care. But I just love it. I love that game.
They also, I think, the Arkham games perfected the counter combo combat.
Yeah.
That is now in every game.
The norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Arkham Knight walked so Spider-Man and Fallen Order could run.
Yeah.
But like at the same time, I do think, as much as I think Fallen Order is the best out of the 3.
Yeah.
Like the mechanics of it.
Yeah.
And honestly, the story, maybe because I didn't know this like Star Wars as well as I knew Marvel and DC. Yeah. So to me, it was like something new. But I actually think the Batman games are better than the Spider-Man games. In terms of the story.
No, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
I think they do a bit more. Yeah. Whereas the Spider-Man games are sort of like, it's just, they're all button mashy. That's like the whole thing. the Spider-Man games are very button mashy, but they've managed to perfect the whole making it look very cool.
Yeah,
Like,
and also you do feel like Spider-Man.
Yeah,
playing those
you feel like
games,
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The swinging, even though I'm not saying it's a bad game at all, the swinging is 90% of the game.
Yeah.
Like, the appeal of swinging and gliding around the city
Yeah.
is like why you buy that game.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I do agree. I have to
But they
say.
need to fix up on their suits.
100%. Dead suits.
Dead suits. The fact that they gave us a second game and gave us the same suits, pissed.
Also, the second game had whack suits, but they did have Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I have to give them that.
Did the first one not have Amazing Spider-Man
No,
2?
and I did rock that suit the entire game.
Oh, same. Canonically, it makes sense to me. That is the correct Spider-Man for that game. I also, this is a very, very fucking hot take, and it should have been in the last video.
Okay.
I also don't think Miles' suit's that bad. I get the hate.
Oh, the end suit.
The end suit, I don't think it's that bad. There's a way you have to. It sounds like I'm obviously just trying to fucking convince myself that I like it. But there's a way you have to look at it in the terms of like, it's not his version of a suit. It's his version of when he becomes Spider-Man. Like, it's got the blue and the red in it, very classical. But then it weaves in Miles vibes to it. Yeah. And I get why people don't like it. I fully do. Like, I can look at it and go, yeah, it's ugly. But I just think it's kind of cool. Like, I think because it gives vibes of the comic book Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? With the the shininess.
Yeah.
It gives off Miles Morales vibes.
Yeah.
And then it also gives off the fact that like he is the Spider-Man, not one of the Spider-Man. He's the main Spider-Man. The minute I see him come out in that suit, I went, at the end of this movie, at the end of this game, Peter Parker's retiring.
Yeah.
I was like, it's obvious. Like, that is... Because it's not even Miles Morales' colours. It's not, is it?
No,
it's
not
blue
really.
it's blue and red. It's got black bottoms.
It's kind of a mix of both.
It's a mix of both.
I hate it.
And I
hate that
I
suit.
think that's valid.
And you know what? I wouldn't even hate that suit that bad if they didn't force me to wear it.
Oh, you can't change it, can you?
That's what pissed me off.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what pissed most people off.
Is it? Yeah, you didn't have an option. See, as much as I liked it, I think the main reason I liked it is because in my head, the whole way through that game, and I know for a fact that other fans did this too, and I don't know if you did it, a lot of people played like headcanon throughout the game.
Yeah.
So like I had, they're both of their main like game suits.
Yeah.
So like the PS5 suit and the Miles Morales PS5 suit. I had them both swap colours.
Yeah.
In the terms of like Miles Morales has Peter's colours and Peter has... He didn't have Miles's colours, but he kind of had, I guess it's Far From Home colour scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, in my canon, Miles is going to become the Spider-Man and Peter's just going to be back up whenever like the mission gets too hard. And then it happened at the end of the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, that makes me like the suit just because they did what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I get it. I get why people don't like it.
See, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do the headcanon thing, I just fucking rocked.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 for Peter, and then the Spider-Verse for Miles.
Yeah.
So
I did, when I did, because I do this, when I play games, there's the story game, and then there's the Kai game. There's the Kai story, and in my head, I'm playing out a different story to what I'm seeing. And it's so true. And Shannon will tell you I do it too. Like when I play, so this obviously doesn't really have a story. When I play GTA, I play a character in GTA, and I am that character for the time that I've got that controller in my hands. You better address me by my name.
I actually love that. That's so funny.
I get so into it. I'm like, no, I am this person. You will not convince me otherwise. But I love it. I love how I was talking about fucking... What was I talking about? The Batman games.
Yeah, we talked more about a game that's not on either of our lists.
No, but it's an honorable mention. It's a good game.
Yeah, it is a good game.
It's a good game. There's a reason people love it. But I think a lot of people would say like, oh, I love it, but it's not in my top 3.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's a good game, but it's not like their best.
It's definitely maybe top 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd even... Insomniac do that and Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
And I'd honestly say I think Ratchet and Clank is actually... better.
More fun. I do like Ratchet.
Yeah, like it's more fun. It's a better game.
Fairs.
But Spider-Man is Spider-Man.
Yep.
You know your next one?
I'm debating which way round to put them.
See,
I always switch round.
I think P should be second,
So,
just because B I've heard you speak about. Like B is your Lord of the Rings of games.
Yeah. Okay. So second, then I will say Persona 4 Golden.
Mm-hmm.
So this and my number one pick for today are constantly back and forth on my first and second. Persona 4 Golden I've only played once, but the experience I had, I absolutely fell in love with the game. 110 hours it took me to finish it one time. Long game.
Yeah.
But it's my first like proper RPG that I've played, and the story is fantastic. The music in this game as well is fucking 10 out of 10. I've literally got a dancing game of this game where you dance to the music. It's like a rhythm game.
Like Dance Revolution?
Yes, not like physically dancing. It's like you press the buttons.
Oh, okay. Like Guitar Hero and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
That's how good the music is.
Oh, really?
I've got a rhythm game of the music.
Wait, is it official?
Yeah, I've got it down like behind here somewhere.
Okay, no, I didn't even know.
Yeah, but yeah, it's hard to say too much about it, but it's basically a school drama with like supernatural
Persona
elements.
5?
Persona 4.
Or Persona? Or...
Persona in general is all like school children.
Yeah. Is it all the same characters, or is it different every single number?
Different group of characters every time.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's got like these supernatural elements, and it's a murder mystery. The murder mystery is really good. Like guessing who it was, it escalates really well.
Yeah.
And I think the reason I love the game so much is because it's the first game I've ever played where I felt like I was friends with the characters.
Yeah.
Like, because you're playing as like you, but it's an actual character in the game. You don't create your own character. But you're building relationships with people, and I just loved every character. I loved it. It's hard to explain, and that's why it flits between my first and second, because the one I'm picking for my first today, I know why I love it so much, and I can explain why I love it so much. But this game, it just has an emotional attachment to me, and Persona 4 Golden is fire, so good. I
fully might have to give it a go. At least, do you know what? Some games that you explain to me is not. Sometimes I don't think it's a game that I like to play, but I like the story. I might just watch YouTube videos on them.
Yeah, you could do,
because I like the story. And I want to hear the story, how you would play the story. But I just haven't got the time to play it.
Yeah, no, this game is like it's a dedication.
Yeah.
Dedication to play this.
I ain't got that dedication. There's no Lego involved. Ooh. Real quick, my nose is itchy as hell. Like, I can't pick up the mic again because my nose is just going off. Oh. Let me...
Checking for boogies.
Because I just don't understand why it's being so itchy. Oh, right. Now we're back to action.
It's probably hay fever or something.
Probably. Right. Honourable mention time? Or are you still talking?
No, let's do honourable mentions.
Honourable mentions.
You need to pick your mic up, though.
I do indeed need to pick up my mic. Right. Honourable mentions. Do you want me to just read them all?
I think we should just go through them quickly.
Okay.
I'm not...
We're not, like, talking about it too much.
Not too much.
Cool. God of War.
I mean, it doesn't really need explaining.
Banger.
It just doesn't. Good gameplay, very good story.
Yep.
Good graphics.
Yeah, I haven't played the second one still, though.
I have. I still think the first one is better.
But you said the DLC is amazing for the second one.
Oh, the DLC for the second one, free DLC as well.
Yeah, free. They gave it out immediately,
Amazing.
didn't they? Banger.
Amazing.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna state this and then we'll rush through them. I've got an issue with games and sequels. Like I can play the first one. I need to leave. I don't care what it is. I need to leave time before I play the second one because it's too similar.
See, that's fair.
It's too same.
That's fair, because with Persona, I played all of Persona 4 Golden, and then 2 weeks later, Persona 5 came out, and I played that for 40 hours, and I got burnt out, and I still haven't finished it.
Yeah.
So
I was like, I need to give myself more space because I will just get bored of it, and I want to give God of War 2 a proper chance.
It is good. Like, you will enjoy it.
Yeah.
So.
But I tried to play it immediately because it came with my PlayStation 5, and I was like, I've just finished this.
Yeah.
BioShock Infinite, never played it. I know
BioShock Infinite is
somewhat horror themed.
No, that's the original BioShock.
Oh, okay, cool.
So BioShock Infinite is basically, it's a really like tight gunplay ability thing, kind of like Dishonored, to be fair.
Okay.
But the reason I love it so much is, number one, favorite story trope for me is time travel related stuff.
Okay.
And this is time travel, multiverse, all kinds of stuff like that. It's got one of the best ending reveals ever. Mm-hmm. Like the absolute avalanche of like this information at the end is just amazing. Yeah. And I just think the world that they created is really good. Yeah. So it's like a utopia, but of white America. Yeah. And like racist white America. Yeah. And you've got this underworld where all the people of colour live. Yeah. And this overworld where it is just like the founding fathers and like devout Christianity. Yeah. And they just hate everyone that isn't white. Yeah. And that the way it's done, I've seen some of it. The way it's done in the world is really good. Like it shows how despicable it is. Yeah. And it's one of the games where if it was a TV show or a book, it would have been insane, I think. Yeah, it would have done just as well. Yeah. Like, the game is still a good choice. Yeah. But it would have done well no matter what media it was in. Very good gameplay, but it's one of the... It's kind of like The Last of Us, I guess. It's one of the things where you're playing it more for the story than the gameplay. That's valid. Yeah. Spider-Man. We've already talked about it. Borderlands 2. Nostalgia. This could have crept to my top 9. Same. It really could have done. Do you know what I think? The only reason Borderlands 2 didn't make it onto my list is because I honestly don't think any of the other entries in the Borderlands games are that good. Yeah. They're okay. They're good. Borderlands 2 is the one. Borderlands 2 is a different league. Yeah, different gravy. Yeah. That shit's crazy. But yeah, we used to play that all the time. Religiously. Yeah. And that and Just Cause 2. Yeah, just modding the hell out of it. You know when in Borderlands 2, when we played it on PC and I got Cheat Engine and I hacked us all to level 50? Yeah. That Banger. Was sick. Banger. Everything about Borderlands 2 I just loved. Like the fact how well it works playing online with other people. Cause that's what it's made for. Yeah, like, you can it's play a multiplayer game. Yeah, you can play it on your own. That's not how it's intended to be played. And it was just, I think it was one of the very first multiplayer games I played, which is why it took me a while to get into our next honourable mention, games like Fortnite. Yeah. Because I was used to this, like, 1 to 4 player story mode multiplayer. Yeah. Instead of just 100 niggas. 100 people versus 100 people. Nah, leave it in. Leave it in. That's so funny. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah. It's different. It is different. Like, I was and I still am. I'm a very story mode sort of person. Yeah. Like, I really like one player games. I like multiplayer games too, but I prefer to play a story. I also prefer story. That I can play on my own, and I don't need other people in order to play it. Yeah. Like, Fortnite's good. I need you or Shannon in order to actually want to play it, though. And as I said, next mention was Fortnite. It's on here for a reason. I don't want to say it's my favourite game. It's not my favourite. No, it's not my favourite. Don't get me wrong. No. But there's no story. In regards to how much I play it, it's definitely my most played game. Oh, yeah. Yeah. There was a point where... We're literally coming back from work and getting straight on it. For 4 hours. Getting straight on it. No, it wasn't. But yeah, and then we'd finish because, like, Mike hopped off and we'd be like, oh yeah, we haven't eaten dinner. Oh yeah, it's nearly 12 o'clock at night. It's a good game. And I think the main reason it's got an honourable mention is because I spoke the most shit about it for ages. They brought in those Spider-Man gauntlets, gave it a real go, and I was like, this game is actually really good. It's so good. It's so good. It's got a bad rep. It's addictive as well. Yeah, it's very addictive. It's got a bad rep. Yeah. Of like, it's for kids, which I don't think it isn't. Like, it's not that it's not for kids, but it's also, I think it's for everyone. Yeah.
It's fully for everyone.
And also, one thing I do love about it is they got some solid collabs.
Yeah.
They do come
They
out
got some
with
of the best skins.
best collabs.
Like, the collabs in it are amazing. It's probably the closest thing we'll probably ever get to, like, the Oasis.
Yeah, no,
From, like, Ready Player One.
Fully.
And it's just so good.
Where just, like, everything's happening. Yeah.
The fact that you can have, like, I don't know, like, fucking Michelangelo standing next to Harley Quinn.
It's the best things are, like, yeah, Michelangelo from TMNT, Harley Quinn from DC.
Yeah.
Goku.
Yeah, just Goku.
And Ariana Grande.
Billie Eilish.
Crazy.
And it's just like, it's when a new skin drops, it's it's like unanimous.
Yeah.
Everyone loves it.
Yeah.
And the minute you see it running towards you, it's a pay for skin too. You're like, I'm gonna die. I'm dead. This guy's fucking just buys everything. But it's a good game. And then last one, Portal 2.
Yeah.
Not Portal 1.
So this is another one that easily could have crept onto my list.
Yeah.
It's underrated. Well, actually, I don't know, because a lot of people do put it on their top 10s. It doesn't get talked about enough.
Yeah.
It's the best puzzle game I've ever played. It's amazing 2-player. The story of it is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I just think the whole idea behind the portals and the portal gun is so clever. I wish they'd make another one. Please.
Am I right in thinking that Portal has the AI robot that is voiced by Steve... Is it Steve Urchin? Is that his name?
Steven... something like that. The really tall guy.
The really tall British
yeah.
guy. And doesn't he, like, notoriously roast you for being an orphan? Or something?
He like... No, that's the villain. That's
GLaDOS.
Okay. But he's just like an idiot.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Wheatley, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's just like an idiot. But like the three... So there's like basically only 3 characters in the game.
Yeah.
Which is you, who doesn't speak.
Yeah.
Wheatley and GLaDOS.
Yeah.
And the whole dynamic of the whole like characters joining together is so good. How are you doing that with 3 characters?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I love it.
To make it like full on... To make 2 games...
Yeah.
Like, the first game did so well that somebody greenlit you to do another one.
Yeah.
With 3 characters. That's an
Wheatley's
achievement.
not even in the first one. So there's 2 characters.
That's an achievement on
Yeah.
its own. That is an achievement on its own. Do you know what? You know what needs an honourable mention? And it's because there's no story to it, but it's probably one of the best VR games I've ever played. Super Hot.
Yeah.
That is a fire game.
Okay.
In the sense of it tricks me into working out.
Yeah.
The amount of sweat I have dripping off my body when I finish that game. And you feel like a fucking beast. Do you not?
Super Hot is probably the one game I've played where I feel badass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole way through it, I'm like, no, I'm sick.
That is the John Wick simulator.
Do you know what? I need to. I want to buy it. It's on Vita, isn't it? Not Vita. It's on the... You can buy it on PlayStation Vita, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting it just simply to play that one game.
Yeah.
Sick game. Right. Should we do our last ones?
Yes, do your last pick.
My last pick.
Your favourite game of all time.
I don't even care. It is. Because I played it by myself as a kid. I played it... Me and my mum used to play a lot of games together. Me and my mum used to sweat this game out.
Love that.
I've played it as a teenager. I played it as an adult.
Yeah.
It's solid. I love it. Sonic Heroes. Don't care. I've always been a big Sonic, Crash, Spyro fan, as I said earlier. But Sonic has always had... He's got... Do you know what Sonic's got? The overrated swagger of a young black tea. And I don't know if it's official that he's black, but he's black. He is black. His cockiness and shit, it's always sold me. Sonic Heroes is amazing because you get to play like as more than one character at one go.
Yeah.
Which I love. I think all the stories, how they intertwine to the end, really good. I like the fact that everyone thinks it's Eggman yet again, but actually it's Metal Sonic.
Yeah.
Who's even used Eggman, and you're like, oh, it's the first time Sonic have done something else.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool.
And the last time as well.
Yeah, first and last time. And technically, you could argue that they didn't do something else because Eggman made Metal Sonic.
Yeah.
So technically, but the Sonic, like, anytime I play a Sonic game, I get wrapped up in the Sonic lore because it's so packed.
Yeah,
And there's
which is
so
crazy.
much of it. Yeah. And like the actual is it Sonic Team? That's what their team's called, isn't it?
I think so.
The people that produce it. They've had like their media producer or their like social media management say that like everything's canon. Like if you can make the headcanon make sense, go buy it.
Do it. Yeah.
And I love and hate that. Like it's lazy, but it's also like, yeah, let the fans, the people that actually care, make their own canon and not have somebody on the internet tell them they're wrong for thinking that way. Go for it. There was a point where somebody replied to it with an image that they drew of a shitty Sonic and they called it their name, the Hedgehog. And they were like, so is he canon? And they were like, yeah, fuck it. And then...
the cat just made me jump. I did not know what that was. I thought it was a person.
Hello. But yeah, like, and everything in the Sonic universe is canon. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the fact that it's very, very clear. This is not news. Very clearly a Dragon Ball Z ripoff. What? You don't know this?
No.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Goku.
Okay.
Super Sonic. Super Saiyan.
Oh, yeah.
Silver the Hedgehog. Trunks from the future.
Yeah.
Vegeta. Shadow.
No.
Like, it's very... do you know what? I might be wrong in thinking this the other way around. I don't think I am. Dragon Ball Z definitely trumps. It was definitely out before Sonic.
Before most of that stuff that you've listed, yeah. I think so.
So, no, I think it's definitely the other way around. It's a known thing. I think the Sonic team have even come out and said that it's
fair.
like loosely... And I think that is why I love it so much. Because it's like a Dragon Ball Z game that doesn't have to rely on following the Dragon Ball Z story too much. Because sometimes the Dragon Ball Z games are like just rewatching the films.
Funny.
Do you not think? Have you ever played a Dragon Ball Z game?
No.
It's like just what you just play the fights in the games, in the episodes. That's like pretty much all you do. And it's like, no, I don't want to do that. But they're also like, I'm not gonna make a whole game on this.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I get
they're
that.
like, fuck that. But I love Sonic. I love all the characters. I think Shadow might be my favourite.
Yep.
My new favourite. I can't wait to see Keanu Reeves' voice.
That's
Shadow.
gonna be so sick.
Do you know what? I'm not even that big of a Keanu Reeves fan, but I think he's a perfect choice.
Yeah, I do think he is.
Perfect.
A perfect choice.
And I just can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I'd love those Sonic movies too.
They're good.
They're good.
I have to say,
they're like
very good.
Especially considering how bad they could have been.
Yes.
That's to this day still don't understand how someone made that choice.
Yeah. No.
It's an awful choice.
Yeah, the design.
Awful. Do you know what? I was speaking to Shannon about this though, and then I'll say this and I'll let you speak. There's something that really intrigues me about the original movie design.
Yeah.
In the sense of, would the movie have ended in a obviously every movie like that is to make, the whole point is to keep making them.
Yeah.
You want to keep making money.
Yeah.
But would that movie have ended in a sense of like Sonic is the only one from that universe, there is no other ones? Because what was the designs for Tails and Knuckles and Shadow? Like what were their plans? Or were they gonna introduce Tails and Knuckles and they were just comic book accurate or like, well, game accurate? I want to know. Like, I mean, that's intriguing.
I want to see like ugly Sonic versions of all the other characters.
I want to see what their plan was. And I also, because there's a big conspiracy that like it was fake.
Yeah, they did it on purpose.
But then like other people have like rebutted it, being like, if it was fake, why would they make all these toys? There's like loads of toys that they made.
That's hilarious.
With the original face. And like I'm 50-50 because I'm like, how much did those toys cost to really make? Because if, say they cost 100,000 to make all those toys, because they didn't make a lot of them, that is a small price to pay
to boost
for
your
free
film.
publicity.
Yeah.
That shit was everywhere. You couldn't open your phone
without
seeing Sonic's ugly face.
If that was a publicity like stunt,
best one
ever done.
Best one ever
so
done.
So smart.
It's the fucking amazing.
I don't know. I just don't know.
The thing is though, I also don't. Like, I get it. I get the logic of being like, this movie's not going to get enough hype, so let's just do something.
Yeah.
But, like, surely, even though it got hype, surely it's still, like, Sonic fans. People that were going to go see it no matter what.
I don't know. Weird, but I love it.
I'd love it. I want a documentary. I want a documentary.
Ugly Sonic, the documentary.
Fully. And your last one.
Okay, so, if anyone has come from my channel, you know this already. It's Bloodborne. From Software's best game. This is probably... I'm going to be honest. It's not only my favourite game of all time. I think this could solidly be the best game of all time.
I swear.
I really do. It is...
Yeah, I think the same thing about Sonic Heroes. So.
Yeah, it's the From Software games now are such an ingrained part of my gaming. Like I play them all the time, and Bloodborne is the one that got me into it. And I bought the game. I hated the game. I sold the game. I bought the game again, tried it again, and then just fell in love with it because it's a game you have to. That first bit, you've got to get over that hurdle. And then you're just in for the ride, hooked. And if you can't get over that hurdle, bless you. If you can't get over that hurdle, you can't get over it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's amazing. I think the gameplay is fantastic. All the bosses are fantastic. It's an experience because it's fucking hard.
Yeah. And
when you beat something, it feels so good, and it's like this adrenaline rush. It's like gambling. Yeah. Like a level of adrenaline. And also the world of Bloodborne is really it's what sets it apart from the other games, and I think it's what makes it the best. It's like this Victorian gothic horror city, and then it's got Cthulhu elements.
Oh, not actually got Cthulhu in it.
No, it's not got Cthulhu in it. But what's Cthulhu's race? I'm drawing a fat blank and it's really annoying me. It's like cosmic horror is the genre. Yeah. I can't remember his
No, the only word to come into mind is Kraken, but that's a different.
Yeah, no.
That's the basic word.
Yeah.
For Cthulhu.
I can't remember, but it's basically cosmic horror. So it's got these these beings that have come from space, and they're completely unimaginable to humanity, and they've laid waste to this city, and they've cursed the city, and the lore is just amazing. There's you can watch hours and hours and hours of videos of just the lore, and atmosphere fantastic. I've finished the game 10 times. Damn. Probably. I've got it to the point where I can finish it in 4 hours. I've never speedrunned it, but I can do it in one sitting now. And it was the game I started streaming. It was the game that got me big on streaming. Oh. And I've met so many people for it. I absolutely adore it. I have it up there, and it probably is my favourite game, but I love Persona as well, but this, I can't lie, it has to be my favourite game.
I think it's definitely your favourite game.
It's so good.
Is that from Bloodborne?
What?
That helmet up there?
No, that's Berserk.
Is that Berserk? Oh, it is, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was Bloodborne. But I've heard you talk about this game multiple times.
If it's also my game that if someone wants to get into From Software games, play that one. Yeah. If you've got a PlayStation, because it's not on any other console.
Oh, is it PlayStation
exclusive? Yeah.
Damn.
And also, the day they release Bloodborne 2, I'm taking a week off work. Yeah. I don't even care.
Is that confirmed? Is that a thing? No.
It's probably never going to happen. But
I mean, why would you mess with it? If you've got a fan base of people like you being it's not only my favourite game, I honestly, truly believe, best game ever. Don't make it 2.
Yeah, I mean, it could be good. You don't
know.
No,
but do you want to risk it?
Yeah, actually.
You're willing to risk it?
I trust the team. I trust the team that made it, so...
Just quickly.
Go on.
PlayStation exclusives are better than Xbox exclusives. I don't care.
Hot take.
It's not even... The thing is, though, for some people, it is a hot take, because they're like, what, you ain't played Halo?
No, this not even an argument.
Nah. What did they have at one point? They had Halo and what was that other one that people were raging about? Nah, but it weren't. That's not what I'm thinking of. It's Titanfall or some shit.
No, that was only exclusive for the first game.
And then the second one was
on PlayStation. Yeah.
But that's what I mean, like, and it's not even a good. I've never heard anyone talk about it past the point it came out.
So I will give Xbox one props, and that's it. Their idea behind Xbox Game Pass
Is better.
was absolutely fucking genius. However, you ain't got no games to put on it,
No.
so you flopped it.
Yeah.
You can't compare Xbox's exclusive library to PlayStation's. You just can't. Xbox has been buying stuff up. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
They've got Bethesda. When the next Elder Scrolls come out, yes, that's going to be an Xbox system seller. It is.
Do you reckon they'll actually? I don't think they're in the market to like try and persuade people to not buy PlayStations anymore.
No, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Elder Scrolls 6, which I would say is their biggest exclusive game they've got coming, I wouldn't be surprised if they put it on PlayStation.
No, neither.
Because I think at the end of the day, now they've lost the war.
Yeah.
So just because if you sell it on PlayStation, you're making all the money.
Yeah.
So just do that.
Just
you'll double your sales.
Because you might run the risk of like, and I know this is probably very unlikely. Because if Spider-Man 2 can get people to buy PlayStations, I'm sure the new Elder Scrolls or whatever can get people to buy an Xbox. But it's just not worth it in the long run. What if it doesn't work?
But also, Bethesda did Starfield, which was also an Xbox exclusive, and it bombed.
Yeah. What if people go,
so
I just get it on PC?
Yeah, because you can just do that too.
And like, my main thing is I really like PlayStation for the controller. I just like it, the way it looks as well. Like, I just think that I've always had one. I'm going to stick with it. I'm never going to swap.
Yep.
But I honestly thought to myself, if I was going to buy an Xbox, I'd just buy a PC. Because they tried to angle it in this way of like, it's basically a console that is a PC already. I'll just get a PC then.
Yeah.
Like, why would I get you?
I don't really get what Xbox's intentions are, but what it sounds like they're doing is they're now trying to make more of a, we're releasing our games on every console.
Yeah.
Which, to be honest...
Smart.
So they're stepping away from the console war and the industry war, and they're trying to just be like, let's just make some fucking money selling these games, which is the right approach. And if Nintendo will never open theirs up to other consoles ever, it's never going to happen. But if Xbox do it and PlayStation don't, then I do have to say that PlayStation are being less progressive. Yeah,
less progressive, 100%. Yeah. But also, Xbox can share shit if they want.
Yeah. Why would PlayStation
share gold
when it's so good?
Like, why would like if your PlayStation is time and time proven that their exclusives will cause people to buy an actual PlayStation.
Yeah, they are system sellers.
Yeah. So why realistically, it's not the same. It's literally like comparing shit to gold.
Yeah.
like why would you give up on it? But I don't know. I honestly think because they also bought Activision, no?
Xbox.
Oh wait, no. Did Activision do Crash?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they would have put it in a contract like you can't make a PlayStation exclusive, Xbox exclusive anymore.
But I get what you mean.
I think Crash will games like that are never going to be Xbox exclusive.
Yeah. Well, Xbox own Call of Duty now.
Yeah.
As well. But they won't. I don't think they will ever keep that on Xbox.
No.
Because
it's got a history.
It makes so much money.
Yeah, it's got a history.
Just keep the money.
And the whole point is it's just become they're all cross-platform, no? All the CODs.
I think so.
Yeah, they've just done that. You're not going to go... They're technically cross-platform, but for Xbox.
Yeah, you can't play them on anything else.
For Xbox.
But yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think the gaming landscape's going a weird way because games are taking so long to make. And this year, there really isn't anything coming out.
No.
And PlayStation, as far as I'm aware... I don't think they've got any major properties
exclusives
on the pipeline,
coming out.
apart from the leaked games from Insomniac, the Spider-Man team. Yeah. They've got Wolverine is the only announced.
Yeah, when's
game.
that coming out though? Next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
Or 2026.
And then they're going to work on Ratchet and Clank. Aren't they?
I don't know what, but their thing is the only thing, and that's a leak that PlayStation are working on. There's nothing from Santa Monica, so the God of War team.
Yeah.
There's nothing from the Horizon team, Guerrilla. Nothing from...
no big things coming out.
There's nothing from Naughty Dog. like Last of Us team. There's just nothing.
Naughty Dogs do Last of Us and Uncharted.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Crash.
Yeah, the originals, yeah.
Yeah.
Sucker Punch, who did Infamous and Ghost of Tsushima.
Vanished.
What are they working on?
They must be working on something, but they all feel like it's big. So
it's so far. It's also just so far away.
Yeah, like it's like it's gonna take 5 years to make this game. We're not gonna announce it until there's 1 year left.
Yeah, unless Sony needs to do an event this year, and they need to put something on the board.
Teasers,
just some absolutely ridiculous games. Because otherwise, like gaming really is. It feels like it's dying out. Like the games coming out, it's just dying.
But as much as everything's taken a lot longer to make, like a lot longer, we're not churning out shit as much anymore.
True.
I honestly, truly believe that most new games I play are at least semi-decent.
This is true.
Whereas, this again, it's like, you can't really compare the two. But, like, there was a point where, like, Saints Row was coming out fucking every other year. And they just weren't very good, were they? They're not... Like, the thing is, Saints Row is not meant to be good, I feel.
No, it's supposed to be, like, goofy, isn't it?
Yeah, but they were also beyond that glitchy and shit as hell. And, like, it shows that they were getting pushed out fast. And a lot of games were. And I'm glad that that's not what we're doing anymore.
Yeah, we are getting a lot more, like, good stuff, I think.
Yeah. But we're also getting the Marvels. Marvel are, like, the only people that seem to be announcing shit, like, quite frequently that they're doing games. Don't know how they're going to come out, because apart from Spider-Man, not very good.
Which isn't made by Marvel, it's made by a Sony team.
Yeah. And, like, Wolverine will probably be good, because it's Insomniac. But... I don't know, I feel like it's a big jump of a character, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is, as we said, 90% of it is the swinging. If you don't have that swinging, how's that game going to do? Like, what is Wolverine's traversal?
Running.
Yeah.
Jumping high.
Yeah, but does Wolverine jump that high?
I don't know.
I think he jumps, like, just above human peakness.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he can leap over a building.
No.
Nah. So, like... I don't know. Like, if you're going to do, like, he's running and jumping on, climbing on buildings with his claws and stuff, not that anyone would be interested in this, really. Do the Hulk.
Yeah.
Because that's basically what you've done. You've done an angry man jumping from building to building, but he's not the Hulk.
I'm still looking forward to it, but we'll see how it comes out.
No, I'm looking forward to it. The traversal is the only thing that's got me worried.
Yeah.
Or unless they just don't have it as open world as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's open world in... mission-packed areas, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. That's it. That's our top 9s. Pretty
solid. We also did a lot of talking about stuff that wasn't on our list. But, you know.
That's kind of how... I think this is our longest episode.
Probably.
Love that.
Probably. It's weird, because I wasn't expecting this to be...
I was expecting 40 minutes. Yeah.
Just to let everyone know. 1, I'm hungover.
Nice.
2, got home at 12:15 in the morning. And then 3, I thought this episode was going to be long because I don't really know much about video games. When I was trying to plan for this episode, I was like, I got nothing. I got nothing. And I honestly feel like we've spoken the most through this one.
We've done pretty well, so
yeah.
I love it. Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed, then please be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be alerted every single time we upload. Leave a comment down below of any... What? Leave a comment down below of what your top 9 would be, or if you disagree with any of ours.
Go for it.
'Cause
I'll call you out.
Yeah, we'll argue.
I'll call you out.
If you want to support the channel, there's links down below to Sci-Fi, where you can buy yourself some comics, books, manga, anything like that, and support the channel at the same time. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Peace.